Okay. Hello friends, today we are going to start the Rafael Nadal story. As you all know that Rafael Nadal is known for his warrior characteristics and he is regarded as the greatest of all time in tennis. Now we are going to study about life lessons that we can learn from Rafael Nadal. This is the first slide. Next slide. Let's move on. Let me introduce myself. I am Gajendrasinh Rathore, a sports analytics, sports aficionado, and sports lover. Above all, I am Rafael Nadal fan. For me, Rafael Nadal, if you wish to define Rafael Nadal, then we can define Rafael Nadal in two Bhagavad Gita slokas. These are the most powerful sloka of Bhagavad Gita, which say, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamyaham paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya chaduskritam dharma sanstapna thaya sambhavami yuge yuge. It basically says that when going gets tough, tough gets going. When chaotic situation comes, the leader emerges, and this is the greatest strength of Rafael Nadal. That whenever the difficult situation comes, Rafael Nadal used to emerge. And this is the greatest quality, and that's why I used to say that Rafael Nadal is regarded as a warrior. Second sloka that I want to relate with Rafael Nadal is कर्मणि वाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचनम मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भु माते संगोच कर्मणि. It roughly says about the process. In any sports or any walk of life, if you wish to succeed, then the process is quite important than the goal. We are too obsessed with the goal, but goals cannot be achieved without the process. So Rafael Nadal you can define in two terms, that is warrior-like qualities and process. And these two slokas are perfectly paradigm of how to define Rafael Nadal. Next slide, please, sir. Now let me define Rafael Nadal. The things that I have told you, now let's accumulate all those things. Rafael Nadal means the warrior who believes in the process to reach excellence through sheer grit, determination, never say die attitude, fighter quality, and true champion on the field as well as off the field. He is true living legend. We are blessed to live in a generation where we saw champion sportsmen in all sports, be it Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo in football, Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher in F1 Formula 1 racing, Tiger Woods in golf, Michael Jordan in basketball, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal in tennis, and Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli, A.B. de Villiers in cricket. So many sportsmen that we have, the legendary sportsmen we have seen and observed their career growth in recent past, in last couple of decades. And over here one poster which says that losing is not my enemy, fear of losing is my enemy. This is the strength that we can associate with Rafael Nadal. Next slide, please, sir. This is Rafa for you. When it comes to myself, as I have observed all the sports, I am a sports fanatic, as I told you. But for me, Rafael Nadal stands tall above all because of his fierce competition with Roger Federer, the legendary tennis player, Novak Djokovic, the fierce competitor, and his as well as Rafael Nadal's humanitarian attitude and his respect for his opponents and his futuristic approach. See the picture that I have shown over here, the camaraderie between Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer. They are fierce opponents on the field, but when it comes to off the field, they are great friends. And testimony to that, Rafael Nadal has started his academy, Rafael Nadal Academy, which itself shows that he is futuristic. He wants to create future generation. As I've been constantly saying, the leader creates leader, not follower. And this is the best example of Rafael Nadal, the way he has been thinking. While he is playing, he has started his own academy, Rafael Nadal Academy, and in which we have found at least a couple of great tennis players, Casper Ruud and Carlos Alcaraz. They are legacy of Rafael Nadal, and his relationship with Federer is known to everyone. Next slide, please, sir. Let's see what Rafael Nadal has achieved till date. He has won career Grand Slam. Career Grand Slam means he has won all 4 Grand Slam twice, be it French Open, be it Australian Open, be it Wimbledon, be it US Open. He has also won a Olympic gold medal in 2008, and only second player after in male category after Andre Agassi who has won 4 Grand Slams as well as Olympic gold medal. And this is the unbelievable feat that has been achieved by Rafael Nadal. two times Wimbledon champion, especially 2008 final is unbelievable final between Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer. Two times Australian Open. In one of the final that we have seen between Rafael Nadal and Daniil Medvedev. Four times US Open and 22 Grand Slam. He equals 22 Grand Slam along with Novak Djokovic. Career Grand Slam twice, as I told you. Plus career Golden Grand Slam, means 4 Grand Slam plus Olympic. These are the things that he has achieved. Let's forget his ATP tournaments and Masters ATP tournament. That is different thing altogether. But the biggest tournament that we are right now concentrating. And over here one quotation has been written that itself defines Rafael Nadal. I learned during all my career to enjoy suffering. He has gone through so many injuries. Still he has been achieving this kind of unbelievable results. And that itself is a Rafael Nadal for you. So Rafa is all about winning with suffering, and that is the greatest quality of Rafael Nadal. And these are the things that he has achieved in his life. Next slide, please, sir. The greatest quality that you can associate with Rafael Nadal, he started his career at early age. At the age of 3, because of he was having wonderful father plus wonderful uncle who happened to be his coach, Mr. Tony Nadal, who transformed his life at the early age. And even in sports, if you wish to pursue your career, especially in India, parenthood and coaching matters a lot. Whenever someone comes to me regarding sports, because child is very small, child is to be very small, so we cannot see the passion and everything in the child, but we need to see how the parents, how are the parents and how the coaching staff they are going to hire. So parenthood and coaching is the most important thing, and this is the thing that Rafael Nadal was blessed with, because he was having a wonderful father and wonderful coach in Tony Nadal. Let me give you one example that Rafael Nadal was wonderful with 2 hands. He used to hit a forehand with 2 hands. His coach and uncle observed this thing, and he started Rafael Nadal to play forehand with left hand. And he started Rafael Nadal to play with left hand. And this is the greatest thing that Rafael Nadal acquired at very young age. And the thing that I have written over here, the left is right, because he was left-handed, as we have seen in tennis that where there are very few left-handers are in circuit, and that was the greatest strength that Rafael Nadal found it. And that's why Rafael Nadal is so successful. That's why I have written left is right. And see this picture of his father as well as his coach Tony Nadal. So the right decision at right time matters a lot, and that's why over here the last sloka of Bhagavad Gita I have written, Yatra Yogeshwar Krishna Yatra Patho Dhanudhara Tatra Sri Vijay Bhuti Dhruva Nitir Matima. Means if you have wonderful coach, wonderful parent, if parenthood is excellent, coaching is excellent, then you can achieve extraordinary results. And this is the thing that you can learn from Rafael Nadal. And Rafael Nadal Academy is the testimonial to that. Because of Rafael Nadal got started tennis at very young age, his parents, his uncle realized that if you want to nurture next generation, it should started at the very young age. And that's why Rafael Nadal Academy holds key. And that's where they started Rafael Nadal Academy. And we have seen, we are observing the results that they are getting right now. Next slide, sir. Next thing that you can learn from Rafael Nadal is mutual respect and support. Camaraderie between Rafael Nadal and Federer is unbelievable. In sports, I haven't seen any two opponents who are so much competitor of each other. Along with competition, they are off the field great friends. And this is the thing that is associated with Rafael Nadal and Federer. And over here, I have associated another sloka of Bhagavad Gita, where it says that mutual respect and support is quite important. Devan bhavyatan ente deva bhavyantu vaha paraspara bhavyanta seya param avapasita. Means mutual support and mutual respect along with fierce competition is the way to go forward. And the relationship between Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer is quite unbelievable. And the picture itself shows that when Rafael Nadal was about to retire, though Nadal was injured, still he participated in it because he didn't want to miss this opportunity. He was present though he was injured, and the photo itself shows that the relationship between Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, mutual support and mutual respect matters a lot if you want to be a successful sportsman, and this is the greatest quality that you can learn from Rafael Nadal. Next point, sir. Third thing that you can acquire from Rafael Nadal, grit and determination. As it said again, going gets stuffed up, get going. And this is the greatest thing that is associated with Rafael Nadal. The sloka between sloka of Bhagavad Gita says that klaibyam masma gamah partha netatva upapadate ksudram hridaya dorbalyam tyaktotis param tapa. It says that never ever give up. When the situation is tough, the responsible leader imparts the knowledge to his disciple, and the disciple comes out and fight the battle. Rafael Nadal is the greatest example of grit and determination, and that's why this sloka is directly related with Rafael Nadal. See a couple of finals results that I have shown over here. Australian Open final 2022 and US Open final 2019, where Rafael Nadal was down and out. He was about to lose, and out of those situations, he came out of difficult situations and he conquered these two finals. And these two finals are the testimony that Rafael Nadal has the quality of grit and determination against Daniil Medvedev. And Daniil Medvedev, regarded as one of the finest young tennis players, still he managed to beat at right hand of the 30 plus age. Still Rafael Nadal managed to conquer these two finals in 2019 and 2022. Imagine Rafael Nadal started his career in 2005, and his greatest era was 2008 to 2018, where he managed to win 14 Grand Slam in the fierce competition between Rafael Nadal, Novak Djokovic and Roger Federer, in which Rafael Nadal won 14 Grand Slam, Novak Djokovic won 12 Grand Slam, and Federer won 8 Grand Slam. And in 2022 and 2019, Rafael Nadal managed to beat young generation also with fierce competition. Next slide please, sir. Dominance at your strength. Rafael Nadal is regarded as a clay court king, where he won 14 Grand Slam, and the Bhagavad Gita, the sloka that I want to associate it with is Svesve Karmanya Birata Sansidhi Lapte Naraha, means practice make you perfect, and perfections come from persistence, resilience. Always remember one thing with Rafael Nadal. If you want to define Rafael Nadal in one term, then you can associate that word is resilience. Never say die attitude. And Rafael Nadal, at his strength in clay court, he hasn't allowed any single individual to conquer him, barring couple of French Open, where he lost one quarter final or fourth round match against Soldering, and one quarter final one of the match he lost against Novak Djokovic. Barring that, he has conquered clay court French Open 14 times. This is not ordinary feat that he has achieved. In any sports or in any field, no one has achieved what Rafael Nadal has achieved at clay court. Rafael Nadal is the greatest clay court player, and that itself shows that yet dominance at your strength. If your strength is in a particular field, then remember one thing, that you shouldn't allow anyone to conquer you, especially in your strength. And this is the greatest thing that you can learn from Rafael Nadal. Svesve Karmanya Birata Sansidhi Lapte Naraha. Next slide please, sir. Raise your game. As you know that when all your opponents come, the greatest opponents come, Rafael Nadal's greatest strength is to conquer his opponents. When the opponents are strong, Rafael Nadal emerges as a winner. And these two examples against Federer, you can see that 2008 final, it was one of the greatest final. As you all know that there are few people who have managed to win French Open and subsequently managed to win Wimbledon. Rafael Nadal is one of them. Let me give you one example of Pete Sampras, the greatest tennis player before Rafael Nadal, Federer and Novak Djokovic, who managed to win 14 Grand Slam, but he has never ever won French Open. Just imagine that Rafael Nadal has won French Open as well as Wimbledon twice, and this is not ordinary feat. And just see the 1-to-1 record, especially in the Grand Slams. That is the most important. Rafael Nadal versus Federer 10-4, means out of 14 matches, Rafael Nadal has conquered Federer 10 times, while Federer managed to win 4 times. And Wimbledon final result in 2008, just imagine, it is regarded as one of the greatest final that has been played between two players in tennis history. And Rafael Nadal versus Roger Federer. And remember one thing, that this is the Wimbledon, where it is a grass court. In grass court, always Federer has dominated, but in that his dominance, Nadal managed to conquer Federer, and this is not no mean feat. And this is the thing that is associated with Rafael Nadal, the greatest fighting spirit of Rafael Nadal. Next point, sir. Excellence begets Excellence means if you have excellence, you have acquired excellence, then you can beget more excellence. And this is the thing that associated with Rafael Nadal. Just see the record between Rafael Nadal. Yes, Djokovic has won 22 Grand Slam. Rafael Nadal has won 22 Grand Slam. But see the record between Rafael Nadal and Djokovic at Grand Slam 11-7. Rafa has managed to win 11 games while Djokovic managed to 7. And plus, in 2008 to 2018, which was the fierce competition between Rafael Nadal, Djokovic and Federer, where they were at their peak. In those era, Rafa managed to win 14 Grand Slams, Djokovic won 12 and Federer won 8. So this is the thing that that separates Rafael Nadal from Novak Djokovic and Federer. Along with that, his humanitarian approach as well as his futuristic approach, you can add it. When going gets tough, tough gets going. This is the thing is associated with Rafael Nadal. Next, sir. Leader creates leader, not follower. Now, another thing that is associated with Rafael Nadal is that he started Rafael Nadal Academy when he is playing competitive tennis at his peak. And that is the greatest thing. Leader creates leader, not follow. And that's why the Bhagavad Gita sloka says that leadership by example. Yadada chariti shrestasta tat devtado janah sanyat pramanam kulte lokas danu vatate. Means leader creates leader, not followers. Once a legend, always a legend. And see the two examples of Casper Ruud and Carlos Alcaraz and Spanish sports. You all know that the greatest footballers also play for Spanish clubs. And the sporting culture of Spain is unbelievable, and that's why Rafael Nadal is the greatest example of leadership who creates future leader, and Rafael Nadal Academy is the prime example of it, and this picture shows that. Next slide, sir. Now from this we can learn the lessons from Rafael Nadal, 10 lessons that we can learn from Rafael Nadal. That clarity of thought. Rafael Nadal is always clear about what he wants to do, and that's why he has dominated Grand Slams. So clarity, and even in your life, if clarity is not there, if decision making is not there, if problem solving skills are not there, then you cannot succeed in your life. So the thing that you can associate with Rafael Nadal is clarity. Second thing is resilience. When going gets tough, tough gets going. Rafael Nadal is always resilient. When the game is tough, the situation is very tough, then Rafael Nadal makes you each point like his last point of his life, and that's where Rafael Nadal plays. So the thing that is associated with Rafael Nadal is resilience, his mental tenacity. Rafael Nadal is mentally very strong. In today's generation, especially if you want to pursue your career in sports or any walk of field, then you have to be have a resilience, mental tenacity to survive in today's era, and that is the greatest thing that you can associate with Rafael Nadal. The fighting spirit, the things that I have already shown you, be it French Open, be it US Open, be it Australian Open, be it Wimbledon, or be it Olympic. Rafael Nadal has shown the fighting spirit. Even in today's generation, what I have observed, that people are not having a fighting spirit. The grit is also associated with Rafael Nadal. His determination, his devotion, his discipline, his dedication, 4 Ds are associated with Rafael Nadal. Fifth thing that you can associate with Rafael Nadal is camaraderie. We have seen that his relationship with Roger Federer, he has maintained wonderful relationship with his opponents of the field. You cannot say about other players, but you can associate these things with Rafael Nadal. That his camaraderie with other people is quite excellent. His fortitude, mental fighting spirit that is associated with Rafael Nadal is unbelievable. Fortitude, leading by example. Rafael Nadal always leads by example and sets example, and Rafael Nadal Academy is a prime example of it. Deference and mutual respect, that is also thing associated with Rafael Nadal. We have seen the picture between Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, where Federer was about to retire in Lever Cup, and the way Rafael Nadal was present and he showed his emotion was unbelievable to see. The even greatest of greatest have emotions, and though they have strike personality, resilience is there, but still they have emotions. And we have seen in that particular scene where Rafa was crying while meeting the Federer. And also the greatest quality that Rafael Nadal is associated with the next generation. He is not just led, but he has inspired the next generation to pursue the sports in right manner. The sportsman spirit, plus fair play and a great conduct that he has managed on the field, as well as off the way. This is the thing that you can associate with Rafael Nadal. These are the things that you can associate with Rafael Nadal. And the sloka that I want to say about Rafael Nadal, that the in Bhagavad Gita, in the 45 sloka of 18th chapter, it says that Sodyam Tejo Dutirdakshyam Yudhya Chapya Apalayanam Danam Ishwar Bhavascha Shatram Tejo Swabhavjam. This is the thing that is associated with Rafael Nadal. He is a true warrior and greatest fighter. Next slide, sir. Once a legend, always a legend. That is the thing that you can learn from Rafael Nadal. He is a true champion on and off field, and India needs player like Rafael Nadal to inspire generation. We have seen that in India, the climatic situation and our situation is geography has said that it is very challenging to create a singles champions. We have seen so many doubles champion, be it Leander Paes, Mahesh Bhupathi, Sania Mirza has done it, but to create a singles player, we need transformation in our sports policy. And if you transform this thing, then we can find a singles player, because it is quite competitive field, and unfortunately in India there are so many challenges we have seen. Age fudging is there, and I would like to, as being a father of a cricketer, I have seen that the parents are reluctant to ask their children to pursue sports. Plus age fudging, people are doing wrong things to participate in their thing. Age fudging is biggest issue that we are facing in any sports in India. Another thing that parents are not patient, and parents become coach. This is the thing that parents must understand, that if technical aspects you are not aware of that, then leave it to the coaches and let them give freedom to the coach, and don't interfere and don't influence the coaches or selectors. This is the thing that I have seen with the parents, and I would like to request all the parents that be patient with your children, be patient with your coaches, and trust your ability of trust, and don't do any malpractices to influence the career of your child. It will tarnish their career. So please, one thing that I want to tell you, that be honest, be true to yourself, and have a faith in your child. Then your child will conquer the world. And last thing that I want to say that about Rafael Nadal, he is once in a generation leader, and he is the futuristic, and I am the greatest fan of Rafael Nadal. Next slide, sir. And the final slide that I want to say, that it says everything of Rafael Nadal: when dirt settles, your legacy remains. And this is the thing that is associated with Rafael Nadal, the greatest ever sportsman that I have witnessed. Hats off, Rafael Nadal. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. I am about to finish my session. If you have any question related with this, then you can ask me.
So,
is there any question?
I would like to ask a question to the audience also. And we are going to cover this in our next video coming on our YouTube channel, that is Gujarat State Lawn Tennis TV channel. Okay, and the question
Let me tell you.
yes,
can I say something?
Yes, sir.
This Gujarat State Lawn Tennis TV has been established by Professor C.D. Upadhyay. It is wonderful initiative has been taken, and I am saluting Professor C.D. Upadhyay sir for taking this initiative, because being a parent, I understand how much suffering that we are going through in terms of support, in terms of coaching, in terms of technical aspects, in terms of financial support, and in terms of the malpractices that are going on. And plus, Gujarat sports is not the producing the champions that the wish it should have. We have wonderful infrastructure, we have wonderful support system, but somehow we are not been able to manage, we are not been able to create the champions that we need. And there are some issues. If just let me tell you today's result in Ranji Trophy and Vijay Hazare Trophy. Saurashtra won Ranji Trophy as well as Vijay Hazare Trophy out of 3 associations. And this is the greatest thing that has been achieved. Means we have the talent, we have the potential, we have the ability, but somehow we are not been able to produce champions the way we should have, in spite of the prosperous state like Gujarat. So this is the thing that I want to convey to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I would like to ask the question, and if you have answer for this, you can do WhatsApp direct message to me. The question is, why Rafa has 14 Grand Slam at French Open and not with Wimbledon or either US or Australian Open. Okay, if you had read his
So this is correct.
biography, you must be knowing it that, and we are going to cover the reason for the same in the next video. So be in touch, I hope, and if you have any question, you may drop it, please. Thank you very much, sir. Gajendrasinh Rathore, sir, as he is, one of the sport analysts, and we used to talk again and again. Lots of time we used to talk when there is a match of Grand Slam or a particular player. So he is a good analyst. Being a father of a cricketer, he is in too much love with tennis. Okay, so we be regularly in communication, and I hope you all people also will be in touch with us. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
And thank you, sir, for providing this wonderful opportunity. I'll meet you soon.
See you again with next session, maybe on Saturday at 8 p.m. And I let you know who is the talk for and who is going to be compiling the session. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you.